the fourth thing I asked people to highlight was their show highlight over the last 5 years, and the thing that really stuck out to them that has taken place on one of our shows. So I am going to go to. Can we go back to the correct order? Simon, are you okay to go first?
Yeah.
Okay.
So mine was one of the first shows that we joined that I think was a Christmas show. Where we weren't
the infamous one where we met Jason, but he doesn't remember us.
Was it a show? When was that? That's a number of different occasions, isn't it?
I think, wasn't this one of our longest ever live shows?
I think it was,
yeah. Like 4 hours or something.
And I remember
that's not including the after pie.
And I think there was a thing of, was it Plastic Baby Jesus?
Yes.
Jason, do you have any Christmas traditions?
No.
Yeah, I mean, like, not that I want to talk about. I mean, Christmas. So we have this. I mentioned this earlier on the. I don't know. We do this show. I did a show. Some of you may have heard of it, but I talked about this earlier. That when I'm decorating the tree, which I know Claire doesn't wait. She waits until the 11th hour, the 11th day of the 11th month, 11th, that sort of thing. But we do it earlier. Normal people do it earlier.
Yeah.
We decorate our Christmas tree.
No.
And
people.
and so we always watch A Christmas Story when we're decorating our tree. That's like a traditional thing. Also, there's certain ornaments that I put on the tree first. Part of that is nostalgia. Part of it's just I'm going to get the best spots, kind of thing. You know, so there's like those.
You see them as your ornaments.
Well, they are my own because they're ornaments.
Priority
I have
order
one. I'll take a picture. I'll take a picture and post it here later. Like there's
Okay.
There's like this little shepherd boy, like this paper mache shepherd boy that I purchased when I was a little kid from like this church bazaar or something. Not a bazaar church. That's a different story. This is the church and so I put him on first. And there's like there's a little rocking horse that was actually my father's Christmas ornament when he was a kid. That I don't know how I got it, but I have it, so I put that on the tree.
Yeah.
Does he know you have it?
I think so. What's he gonna do?
He's been looking for him all these years.
Every time he comes to visit, it's not Christmas. I'm sorry. It's passed away.
That's the ornament that gets hidden around the back, so he
So he doesn't know.
Right. There's always the search for baby Jesus. That's fun. The search for baby Jesus. Every year. The search for baby Jesus. So we have this manger, this old school manger. And I don't know if you guys have like, I mean, this thing is really, it's really shabby now. I mean, it's like, it's probably was built in the 50s. It has like real straw or what was real straw, like glued or something to it at some point. And it's got the characters that were like plastic, but the kind of plastic that you know in a landfill will never degrade ever. Right? And like the colors are still
plastic.
Great, right? Yeah, it's wonderful lead-based plastic. And so then there's nothing like a lead angel. So you have all that, and then it's like the manger scene. You know, it's like the manger. Like all the right. And then there's like the little what do you call it? I don't know. Like the thing that he left.
Manger?
Crib. I mean, it's not like there's like a.
It's called the manger.
That is the manger.
The manger is like
manger
thing.
No.
The little
bassinet type thing. It wasn't a bassinet 2000.
The manger.
Anyway,
the manger.
the manger
is a feeding trough.
No, the manger's inside the.
It's the manger.
Inside the stable.
It doesn't look like a feeding trough. Anyway, it's like a little pillow, but it's not. And okay, no.
John's lost it. Guys.
The part that's weird. We haven't gotten the weird part yet.
You guys criticize me for making shows so long.
The part that's weird is that the baby Jesus is free floating. The baby Jesus, it's like a little.
Well, that makes sense.
Yes.
It's like a little plastic baby Jesus.
I said crab like as soon as
He's like this. He's like, you know that baby Jesus is?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. It's a baby.
And like he's helpless because he's a baby, but he's Jesus, so he's not. You know, so it's like. Anyway, so
Jesus.
he's detachable. But the fancy way of attaching him in this manger is that there's a nail, like a little nail, that comes out. Look,
that's foreshadowing.
Lost on me.
Yeah, that's
right.
Yeah.
There's a little nail that comes out of the manger, and it goes into the back of the little baby
Spoilers.
Jesus.
Even now,
every single time.
Yeah.
And this was our first
Spoilers, yeah.
sort of foray into the Mickey Waffle.
With Marcus and Jason. It's just that the whole Marcus going, well, that's foreshadowing. It was just like
delivery as well. It was the spoilers that just got me. Yeah.
What is
John
also
losing it.
I looked through that episode earlier today to get that clip, and there are so many other moments that could have picked. That plastic baby Jesus and manger.
The manger.
Robin and Simon, was that the episode where before we went on air, you were dressed in casual clothes?
I think it might have been.
And then when we came on air, suddenly you were dressed smart because we were all dressed smart.
Everyone was dressed so nice. We were like, oh no.
I think you were also on the year before, which, if I remember rightly, was the one where we did our Secret Santa, but we left Robin, Simon, and Jason in the green room.
Well, we did it. Yeah.
We did it.
Yeah, that was awkward.
That was.
Anyway.
Well, maybe it was
Simon,
that one.
thank you for choosing
Maybe
that.
it was that one. I feel like it was the first one that we were underdressed for, Peter.
Yeah, maybe it was.
Yeah,
I have to say, next Christmas, I would like a T-shirt with "There's always a lead angel" on it.
I can make that happen.
I just want, like, was it away in a manger?
Away in a manger. Away in a manger. Yeah. There's a whole series of T-shirts available. Brilliant. Thank you for choosing that, Simon. It's definitely made me giggle. Robin, what did you pick for your your show highlight?
Mine was it was another Christmas episode, but it was this last year, and it was Peter being so gracious and taking the joke so well with his book that his Secret Santa got for him.
Nice ribbon. Hulk smash.
Hope it doesn't say fragile.
The ultimate banana farming.
That is genius.
You like bananas, don't you, Peter?
That is genius.
Is there anybody out there who doesn't know why this is genius? Anybody in the comments?
I think they all know.
Yeah,
They're
I
all
think everybody
laughing.
knows.
Everyone at home is laughing.
I don't know if you can hear even the rest of my family are in the other room, and there's a slight delay from what we're recording to what's on YouTube. And actually, the laughter from our front room has just been absolutely amazing. I dread to think what I'm walking back in there. It's just going to be absolutely brilliant.
Brilliant.
It was brilliant, yeah.
But the question everyone wants to know, Peter, have you read it? That's to me. Otherwise, it's one of them books that just sits on the side, gathers dust and things like that. You know,
Coffee table book. What are you talking about?
Yeah, the coffee table book.
Yes, Peter.
John, my reading of that book is akin to your watching Marvel.
Just reading about bananas makes you unwell.
So you've read one chapter then, Peter?
That's right, yeah.
I was so nervous. I was a Secret Santa. If you
Spoiler alert again. Good grief.
I was so nervous because I was like, oh, I really hope Peter thinks this is funny. And I was really nervy until when you opened it and you laughed.
Robin had said to me when we all met up at the Disney 100 thing earlier in the year, Robin had said to me, this Secret Santa thing, is it okay to be jokey? I was like, absolutely. Yes. This is not a serious situation. Ben, where did you go for your show highlight?
Do you know what? I went for one of our Shares a Waffle series because we've spoken to so many people, and I have to admit, it was lovely to speak to Theme Park Bazza. Okay. The next question: a resort you haven't stayed at but want to more than anything else on earth?
I think it's Grand Floridian or really Polynesian, probably. That's weird. But the Polynesian is just interesting through its decor and style. Everybody says they want one of those bungalows out on the water. The ferry boat goes past every 20 minutes and blows the horn. And
Just
it's like,
I couldn't do
you're
that.
lying there sunbathing and switch up and there's people, woo, waving at you. So I'm not sure I'd want to do that, but for some reason, the Polynesian feels like you're on holiday, like you're on vacation, like you're in the tropics. So for me, Floridian would be nice. But it's a bit posh for me. I'm a northerner, a bit too posh. I'd have to get dressed up for that. I like to be in my shorts and t-shirt, and so I think, Polynesian.
Yeah, $2,500 a night to have a boat full of people waving at you every 7 minutes is probably not the best of a plan.
I've just got visions of a British bloke wearing his speedos
with his hanky on his head,
with a vest, with a what do you call it, the vest on,
Just imagine like 9:30 at night when the water pageant goes by. You've got that music as well.
Yeah,
that'd be perfect, wouldn't
it?
He'd be the one screaming on the deck at 9 o'clock when the fireworks are going up. Shut up! Quiet!
Trying to go to sleep.
Trying to watch Coronation Street.
Yeah, exactly. Corey's on.
I'd completely forgotten that conversation even existed.
Yeah,
that's so funny.
I've forgotten a lot of conversations existing.
Bazza and his speedos. I think that's the thing.
Yeah, that's the takeaway from that one. Oh my life. Jill, what did you pick for your show highlight?
Well, strangely enough, mine is also a Christmas one. And it's when we had the combined talents of the Wafflers Repertory Company, including Lloyd, who put it all together in verse. And we had a take on Scrooge and A Christmas Carol.
Humbug! Far too expensive and much too crowded. And anyway, it's just for children. Why would I want to be surrounded by children? In my opinion, anyone who tells you to have a magical day should be made to stand against a purple wall with a Dole Whip in his hand and a turkey leg up his nose.
Ebenezer Scrooge, I have a warning for you.
Por favor, me tenga de Haddon de los Puertos.
No, not that one.
Oh, sorry.
That sounds like the Marleys. But it can't be.
Scrooge, in life we've felt just like you about Disney parks.
And now we are condemned to spend eternity watching the Country Bear Jamboree.
But a worse fate awaits you. Scrooge, if you do not mend your ways...
Yes, you will be forced to ride It's a Small World forever.
No, not the singing dolls. Speak kindly to me, Marleys.
3 spirits will visit you.
You can tell they're spirits because they're wearing spirit jerseys.
They will help you rediscover the magic, and now we must return before the bears notice we're gone.
I hate banjo music.
Becca, what was that warning? Did you just do that again for us? Because I didn't quite catch it.
Oh dear.
That was so funny.
Oh,
that was so long ago.
It was. And they can go back to the sound quality as well.
It took me about a week to even be able to pronounce it that well.
Have you heard that, Robin and Simon?
No, not heard that.
Oh, you have to go back and listen to it.
Yeah.
I feel like I heard enough. No.
Oh, you did?
Yeah,
I think
Didn't our podcast start at like episode 20?
Yeah, it's bonk.
Is that right?
Yeah, must have done.
Wow.
Yeah, between episodes 1 and 20, they just practice.
Oh, okay.
Warm up.
Warm up.
Episode.
What are we now, over 100 and so many episodes?
112, I think this one.
Yeah, 112.
Wow.
Peter, what did you choose?
Well, we were talking of Lloyd. I picked something that started as a joke.
His ears must be burnt.
He must be.
Well, he lives in Saudi Arabia. Come on. It's hot out there. But you lot put me up to asking, and it was you lot who put me up to it. You can't deny it.
It was Claire.
It was. It
was Claire's idea, and I sent the text.
Yeah.
It was Claire's idea, So let's just set the scene for this because I know where this is going. I'm just gonna like
A drunk Disney Plus episode.
yeah,
It was.
right.
Yeah.
So this was opportunistic because Lloyd had far too much merriment before he joined the show. So whilst we were doing the show, Lloyd was getting gradually further and further down the slippery slope of drunkdom, and he couldn't remember what he'd agreed to and what he hadn't agreed to, and I don't think he remembered what he was saying during the show either. So that was a good show. If anyone wants to listen to Back to the Show, that's a very funny show. And yes, I may have suggested that we stitch him up because he had no idea what he'd agreed to at all. So Ben, can I just say, said the names
I
to
think
Lloyd.
I may have been the one that came up with the actual idea of what to do, though.
It's like confessions, this, isn't it?
Because this was like, I remember Claire saying, like, oh, we get Lloyd to do anything. He won't remember anything. And it was like,
Anything at all. He has no idea what he's agreed to. So we messaged him after the show and said, do you remember that during the show, you agreed to do a live cook along with Peter? And he went, did I? Okay.
I did it. Yeah. And he did it. We did
Totally
it.
followed through.
Yeah.
Totally. He was brilliant.
Well, you know.
We've got Jill.
Yeah.
Thousands. Full of balls or some yellowy random things.
Oh, go for the hundreds and thousands.
Hundreds and thousands.
Yeah.
100,000. Yep, the first one we did last time.
In fact,
They don't call them hundreds and thousands in America, do they?
No, they call them sprinkles.
Sprinkles.
These look like more like the American. These are like ball ones instead of flaky ones.
Right. Okay.
Right.
Right. So turn your. That's great.
Oh yeah.
So turn it round and do what we did before.
Oh no! Right. Let me stand.
Oh, it's the artistic bit, is it?
Yeah.
Right. Clean the bottom of it. Clean the bottom. Do you know what? I'm going to start off so I can see how thick it is.
Fine. That's fine. Yep. Plenty. You don't want too much, otherwise it's going to. Yeah, that's great.
Oh yeah.
That's hysterical.
brilliant.
Because the only way, like the only shot you get is of Lloyd's crutch.
Yes, it is. Yeah. Yeah.
Like, you don't know Lloyd. It could be anyone.
No, it's not. That's it.
It's hysterical.
It's
If you're,
not before, Claire.
if you're listening to the show, not watching it on YouTube, go and watch the video. All it is just like this mid-section.
I think that's that only minute you see, because the rest of it, at the beginning, you do see Lloyd's face.
That's so funny.
Why
Lloyd,
did
he
you
was.
choose that moment then, Ben? Just out of curiosity.
I picked that moment because it was the end of the evening. It was after he practiced and got everything right, and it looked really good.
I mean, it went on for ages. You spent a long time doing the
It was about
cook-along.
2 hours.
You did actually do a proper cook-along.
We cut Mickey cookies from scratch.
And Lloyd, if you are watching, well done. Real sport.
And we still,
We did
and
tell
we
him.
still laugh about it as well because it was such a good setup. It really was.
We told him eventually that he never agreed to anything and that we were just stitching him up. But yeah, he's a good sport about it.
Yeah.
But he was actually keen on making it a regular.
Yeah, I know. He was like, let's do
regular
this
thing.
as a
Yeah, but the
regular
problem was he left us soon after, so I still think he carries the scars from that entire episode.
Okay, right, Becca, what was your show moment from the last 5 years?
So mine was the first few minutes of our first ever Ted Lasso show.
I know this one.
What a great way to start! What a suitably fantastic way to start a show. It's late night in the Wafflers' arms, and we really are late. We're later than late, and we're.
It's just like my bedtime on a Friday night.
Is it? And I can't believe that. It is, isn't it? It's just like
drinking tea is going to be very difficult.
It's not easy to eat and drink.
No, I think I think we can only be thankful that we can actually remove these. So
I was going to say,
Yeah.
do we need to do a Nintendo segment at some point? We
yeah,
should
we
keep
can
these for
yeah, keep them for Nintendo Day. Yeah, that's it.
That was brilliant. That was
Yeah.
even watching that back before we said anything. I was like, Ben looks like Mario.
We still haven't done that Nintendo show yet.
We
but
haven't. No,
We're waiting for Epic Universe.
We don't have the moustaches anymore.
Oh, I've got a whole set.
I was going to say
That's really weird. Sorry, why would I have? Yeah, it's a long story. Yes, thank you for picking that one up, Becca. And I remember afterwards, did Jason join us? And
he was
and we all,
Anyone with a real moustache.
with a real moustache. Yeah.
That was more the reason for us actually wearing the moustaches.
Yeah.
It was more, let's have a dig at Jason than it was about.
It was
than
like
it was
everyone
about
else.
Ted Lasso.
All the guests that joined also had moustaches as well.
Yes, it was just
So,
him that we didn't tell. Yeah, I remember.
Yeah.
John, what was your highlight? Of
There's been so many. There's been so many, and actually, I keep coming back to the same one whenever anyone asks me, and it absolutely creases me purely from the fact that it was one of the best British accents I've ever heard an American person do, but also it encapsulated a time and a ride of just total wonderment. And it's that, let's just roll the Vita. You're just like, it's so funny. It really is.
I have a funny British story about Alien Encounter.
Oh.
And I hope it's not insulting because I'm going to do the voice for you.
Oh no, we love that.
Okay.
Yeah.
It seems insulting though. But I remember I got on and there was obviously a UK family because the child went, "Mother, is there going to be danger here?" And the mother said, "No, there is no danger here." And I'm like, "Oh, damn, this poor kid. This kid has no idea." And I couldn't say anything. If you remember Alien Encounter, though, Kathy Najimy was an actress who was one of the aliens. And one of the lines she says is, "Those people down there are in danger." Now, I knew this was coming because I've been on the ride 100 times. And he said again, "Mother, are you sure there's no danger here?" And she said no. And then Kathy Najimy, right before the lights go out, right before the alien explodes from the glass shell, make-believe with air in your face, goes, "Those people down there are in danger." And then you, and all I heard was, "Ah!" This kid must still be in therapy till today. How do you trust your mom ever again? She should. What the mother should have said was, "Not real danger, Billy. I'm sure it's just Disney fun, so make believe." But by saying no, and then them saying there was gonna be.
Oh, dear me. Oh. And I think as well, more than anything else, it's just like a massive thank you to so many of the guests that we've actually had on our show throughout the 5 years. That's been such a brilliant part of this journey for us because we've met so many amazing people. We've been on their shows, they've been in the house, and actually the whole of this Disney community that exists either on a podcast basis, but also on a YouTube basis as well. So, yeah, a massive thank you. And Big Fat Panda, John Sakiri, just that is, it still makes me.
We need to go back.
It still makes me laugh as well.
Highlight something that there are so many times that we do a show, and sometimes it just doesn't go right, does it?
Treats first. So grab your favourite snacks and join us on this delicious adventure.
Sorry. Sorry, someone knocked the button.
Did somebody press a button by mistake? And it wasn't me. And Ben?
You sat down and knocked the mouse. I'm so sorry.
Welcome to the Great British Mickey Waffle, where Ben broke
again.
it. That's so funny. That was like a few weeks ago.
Yeah. Even 5 years in. Yeah.
Still making mistakes 5 years in.
Still
That was so
professional.
funny, actually.
Absolutely.
I
To
know.
the end.
We nobody noticed.
we
covered
carried
it
on.
well.
Yeah.
We
Nobody did it really well.
Dignity at all times.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Yes. So for my part, my show highlight, this I was telling someone about this just
I
the
was as
other
well,
day.
Claire. I know what you're going to say
And
here because actually,
yeah. And so I was explaining this to a friend the other day, and I actually had to go and find a photo and go, look at this. So this is a moment that live on a Wafflers Wednesday, we were talking about VIP tours, and we were talking about the Family Magic Tour, and this is the moment that John and I realised we had met a long time ago without knowing that we'd met.
This was outside.
Was that your tour?
Yeah.
So the boy with the Mickey ears on is Morgan.
No.
Yeah, that's mental.
Wait,
No.
the bottom
yeah,
left.
yeah.
You're joking me, man.
No, because those Italian ears are sitting in our lounge at the moment.
Oh my word.
Okay.
That's
now,
like
Sammy.
what
At the moment, the stream is about to break because Claire and I have just had one of those moments in life that I'm now going to have to dig out all the photos that I took everybody else out of the pictures. That is how bizarre.
People who are watching, they just realised
this is
that their
oh
two kids were in
God,
like they two did the same tour.
But we were at the same tour then as well.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You
So,
were at the same
you must
tour.
have been that annoying Scouser that I've talked about.
That's
insane.
I'm struggling for words now at the minute. I'm just going to keep putting pictures up because actually. The guy who actually took us round. I'll put this one again for you, Claire, just so that Dan can shout more and say, "Look, you're on the telly. You're on the telly."
That's crazy.
But I just can't believe it.
Insane.
Can't believe that. It is insane.
That still blows my mind every single time I think about it.
Are they going to recreate that picture next summer?
So that's the weird thing. So we've now fast forward and plug out for the show that was out on the 15th of May. Morgan, obviously with the Italian Mickey ears, and Josh, who sat next to him, are off to do the Disney College program in like a week. Yes, we're going to try and recreate that photo, I think, this summer, definitely. But I mean, that's just nuts because we didn't talk when we must have spoken to each other when we were on that tour, but not in a way that was meaningful in any shape or form. But I remember there being another British family on the tour. And I remember the kids all getting on and talking to each other. Yeah. But that moment where you brought up this photo, I was like, but whose photo is that? That's Morgan in the photo.
Still can't.
Hairs on the back of my neck moment is insane.
And 10 years later, you're on the same podcast.
And that was 2011, that tour. And actually to know that this summer those two little people are going to actually experience the whole Disney thing working there, and actually, I think we left the mid-month show. We didn't know where they were actually staying, and since then they've actually found out that they're actually going to be sort of sharing the same kind of accommodation as well for the summer. It actually comes together so beautifully from that one picture, Claire. And I think, it quite blew. It still blows my mind now. I
know. I was explaining to someone the other day. They were like, "That's insane. That's properly
of
weird."
all the people
and I was like,
all of the Walt Disney World,
things.
never mind World, to be on the same tour at the same time, and I still can't. I can't thank Sammy enough for getting us to the end of that show because we were just
like, no words are coming out. So those are all our show highlights. Ben, there were a couple of honourable mentions that I think we should probably cover, and then we're going to go quick fire through something else because we've gone long.
Yeah, there's been a theme tonight. We've spoken about Christmas a lot, so who like?
Let's add some more Christmas.
We do like a good old advent calendar.
Love it. Love it.
So for anyone listening to our podcast, please head over to our YouTube channel to check out this.
Oh, my life.
And-
Peter, you are such a great sport doing
Yeah.
all of those dances. All the countries of world showcase traditional dances for our advent calendar. And just remember, you know, we all remember what you're doing this year in terms of parade music and strictly dancing.
Yeah.
That has not been forgotten.
I was
Just gonna
really
say.
worried about the Canada one because the Canada one, the only traditional dance I've seen was people tapping and stamping, and all I could do was stamp, and it just looked
Having a
really
tantrum on
good.
camera.
I think Morocco may have been my favourite. Do you know what?
Shimmy.
I love Mexico. Was it Mexico?
You roped in some random cast member.
We had
Yes.
we had a cast
You were
member at
terrified.
Mexico, and we had a cast member at America,
Yes, you did.
and
Yeah.
she had, it was like her second day or something.
Yeah, and she was from Brazil.
She was from Brazil.
Brilliant.
Yes.
She
Brilliant.
didn't know how to do a dozy do. So
Yes.
Well done, though. Well done for doing
Yeah.
those.
You're welcome.
Well done for
Couple of other
directing and
clips as well.
filming, Jill.
No,
Yeah.
it was
I've
fun.
got a couple of clips. One wasn't from a Christmas, but one I only found earlier, which I completely forgot about.
Oh, no.
The seat control out of the arm of the chair, and
Oh,
you could sit and play the
that
games.
was-
that was
really
brilliant.
compared to what we had.
Yes.
That was update technology compared to what we had.
You mean the one that dug into my thigh all the way home? Yes.
Are we talking about what are we talking about?
The remote control.
The remote control.
Yeah.
Okay.
That wouldn't come out of the side.
Is that a remote control in your pocket?
Unfortunately, what happened on that trip was, on the way out, they downloaded the wrong set of films.
Brilliant.
Was in the wrong language.
And so we had the same set of films and programs going out and coming back.
John's lost it.
Nice
You're
to see
right,
I'm on
John.
brand there, modelling one Robin's t-shirt.
At the start of the show, there's where the wood bit comes in for the anniversary.
Oh, no.
While we all take a moment, I think there's another one from one of our Christmas live shows that we all remember this. I think
This is absolute payback for Zach Brown making me sit in the front row. Of
Yeah,
Fantastic.
that's what I was thinking.
Yeah. But you had a good time.
I did, although I was jabbed.
We're getting closer.
We're
getting closer.
He's in prime seat there. This is wonderful.
That's
That is the best seat to get wet.
this is the thing: is he going to get wet or is he not?
Famous last words there, Becca.
He's getting wet.
At least he's not wearing a poncho, Becca.
Yes, this is.
I wrote a couple weeks ago, and I had the entire raft to myself.
Oh wow!
And I still was the one who got the most wet in the boat.
Yep.
Had he been in a poncho, we might not have been able to be friends anymore.
Oh.
So
Yeah, right. That's it.
Yeah, you
I
have to
just-
think about ponchos on water rides.
We're losing yet. Go down a bit, down a bit, down a bit. There you go.
Yeah.
Hey.
There you go.
Well, I was giving you the view. I wanted you to see where we were going and where we were good.
Before we go
don't
underwater.
worry. Don't
And
worry,
we'll
we'll get the view.
we'll see if the Wi-Fi stays okay. You're doing well so far.
Wi-Fi's pretty. Oh, you spoke too soon, John.
No, it's
No, we're all right. Wi-Fi in Asia is reasonable.
Yeah.
Actually.
Claire, have you considered moving to
I
Asia?
was going to say, I think the Wi-Fi in Asia is better than your house.
I think you're probably right.
I got a little splash. I got a little
Just a little.
but it's okay.
I'm trying to think of a Christmas song that matches, and I really can't.
Splashing through the snow.
Well,
Yeah, well, I think the lyric would be, and thank God it's me instead of you.
Oh, here we go. Rapids.
Oh, here we go. I love this. This is like Schadenfreude. It's amazing.
Come on, Claire, this is your moment.
So it was like that being in Fantasmic.
I can't believe I wet myself. It's the best.
Well done, Zach. Well done,
I just
Zach.
love the moment there before where you just mentioned this is payback for Phantasmic.
Right? If I could have arranged it, I would have done. I didn't need to. The Disney gods were listening at that point
He
in
was
time.
just in the wrong seat. I just
You remember remember the Little Mermaid, where she's on the rock and the wave it's that. Yeah.
That was quality.
Totally.
Oh,
Good sport.
beautiful.
Is that all the clips, Ben? Have we covered
It is
everything?
indeed.
Excellent. Right. We're going to go quick fire.
We've got away
because
with all
I'm
the
aware-
other naughty stuff that we've done. Excellent. There we go.
We'll find it for next year, don't worry.
It's okay. There's a blooper show in January.
There's a whole load of stuff that I've said even since like last week, I think. It's gonna get...
Join us next time as we share what we are looking forward to most over the next 5 years. You can follow us on our socials at GB Mickey Waffle, and if you enjoyed today's episode, don't forget to subscribe for even more waffle. Thank you for tuning in to the Great British Mickey Waffle, and see you real soon.
Now my wheels in motion and my windows open with the wind blowing in my hair. I'm driving down